Do you think that most men lead relationships or most women lead relationships?
Like in general?
In general.
Yeah, probably women most of the time.
I'll tell you why I think that is.
Yeah.
So if me and you, let's just say we're going to sign a deal, and I get paid to leave this deal, and you lose everything, your kids, your house, your money, you're always going to be trying to make me happy.
Yeah.
So I think the government, the way they've set up marriage has ruined relationship because it puts us at such an advantage over men that unless he's the top guy and we feel like we cannot replace him, we're paid to leave. And I think even a good woman on her worst day with the government paying her to do something bad and all of these options is just going to say, I'm not feeling it anymore.
And that right there is what they do not tell men before they get married. So I'm going to tell you, because I did not have this information, because if I did, I probably would not have done it. Now, let me be fair here. If you're miserable with someone, they're treating you real bad, they are abusing you physically, mentally, yes, you should be able to get out of the situation. But I will say, in most relationships, you see this stuff way before it gets to the point of marriage. So whether you are a man or woman, if you think getting married to a person that's being bad to you, abusive to you, is going to change once you get married, you are in for a rude awakening. This is just not a thing of women being able to easily leave. It's also the thing of, even if they don't leave you, they can start acting any kind of way, especially once they have kids. I believe once you get married, the power dynamic tips a bit to the woman. She might not recognize it to a degree, because if you as a man leave early in the relationship, it's almost like if you was boyfriend and girlfriend and he just left. But once you accumulate stuff, houses, cars, and kids, that's the kicker right there. Once you get kids, she can just leave. And that's why when women are saying to men that's in unhappy relationships, just leave, it's easy for you to say, because when you leave, you get cash and prizes when you leave. But when a man leave, he loses that. Has to be a winner and loser. So that's why I think a lot of times men stay in bad relationships. But I'm going to start a new trend now. When you're not happy early in the relationship, get the fuck out. To the men, get out.
Happen to men being the pursuers.
Y'all asked for the sequel, so here it is. Why Men Aren't Pursuing Women, Part 2.
But women are the prize because women, they got a pussy, you know what I mean? Pussy makes the world go round.
A compliment from a man means literally nothing, but a compliment from a woman. Now that's something.
I'm taken, and I still love to go shake my ass at a bar with my friends. So
Hate the attention, but then when I feel unattractive and I don't get the attention, it's like, I don't love that either.
so men are down here and women are up here.
Okay, so are women equal to men or are women superior to men?
Superior.
Okay. When it comes to dating and relationships, who's typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Yeah, the woman.
Okay, so if the woman is the prize, why even bother going out with a man in the first place?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Ladies, if he says he's got no hoes, that means nobody wants him, so you shouldn't either.
Men think that they are the shit. Why do men think that they have to take money, or why do men think that women have to do cooking, cleaning, all that stuff, and all they do is go to work?
We control the world.
Okay. So if women control the world, why do so many people think it's a man's world?
How likely are women willing to accept men for just the way they are?
Not very likely.
We want things, and we're not going to tell you what we want.
Why would you do that?
Because for the sake of being complicated.
So like, what kind of effort do you make? What do you do?
I mean, obviously, if I like someone and I know I'm going to be seeing them, then I'll like put my makeup on and do my hair better than normal.
50% of adults in the United States are single. I wonder why that is.
There are a lot of cool men out here. I love the president. Let's give it up for the brothers. There's a lot of cool men out here. For the men out here. I love the president's speech saying you're looking at a feminist. What can men do leaving here? Be better. Be better at everything.
Men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault. Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault. Everybody has to make himself or herself happy.
You're giving me such a bloody headache. Yeah, I mean, where are you from? Where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who brags that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
City boy, city boy. Got him. We fucking got him. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video out. Today's video is going to be about how women can easily leave a marriage. Not sure of what title I'm going to use with that. I want this to be understood. I'm not against a person leaving a marriage if they're miserable, the other person is like hurting them, abusing them, like I said earlier, and you're not feeling it no more. But because it's not even, because I, as a man, when my feelings change, or either I'm not getting nookie from my wife, which I did not have that issue in my marriage, but a lot of men have that issue. And then women will turn it around like, well, I'm not your S-style, or that's not all I am. Okay, we get that. It's the same thing as a man. I'm not an ATM. Just your protector that's supposed to, if a burglar's busting into the house, that I should go down there and die. But I'm going to do that because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's my responsibility as a man. Also, the same thing as covering the bills, because if the bills can't get paid, it's not going to be no woman that say like, hey, I know you are getting behind in bills, paying and stuff. Let me take the electric bill, or let me take the gas bill. And of course, though, a lot of men, because of that pride or something, like, no, I don't need your help. Because I know when I was in certain situations in my relationship, I did not go to her until it got later in the relationship. I did tell her, but I don't even remember her helping me out one time and stuff. And that's the thing. I didn't want her help. I want to be able to do it myself. But I understand, especially now, having a girlfriend, a wife, is expensive. Her bills become your bills, and women have a lot to pay for, whether it's their hair, nails. That's not even if you count like kids into the equation, wanting to go out, eat. I know one big problem, which, however, though, I did it for her, but see, I know she didn't appreciate it, because her thing would be like, nobody put a gun to your head. But I know we went out to eat, especially every weekend and sometimes every other day. That shit was breaking me. Of course, she would cook, but she loved to eat out. So I know that's where a lot of my money went, was the eating out type of thing. But I knew that was her thing, so I kind of accepted that with her. So that was my fault that I went along with it. And that did not change once we got married. Another thing I'm going to say is the behaviors that she was doing before. Once she started to get elevated sense of power, because, I mean, she had her faults early in the relationship, but at least it was more even. I could have just left, or she could have just left, and we both did things that, thinking back, we should have handled it better. I did love that woman, and I know she had feelings for me. But once it got to the point of deeper in the relationship, and after we got married, she did not get better. She actually got worse in how she acted toward me. And even though I was in Still, I was in the relationship with her for a significant amount of time. It just got worse and worse. So I know she lost respect for me. And once a woman loses respect for you, you as a man has got to get out of it. And how do you know if she lost respect? She starts talking to you any kind of way. She starts starting arguments about anything. She may start hitting you. It's countless things that she'll start doing. And not that she didn't do some of those things before, but she ramped it up later. By the late, great Kevin Samuels. Earlier, it was Pearl, but he's going to be talking about this cancer survivor and his wife that decided to leave him.
Divorce.
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage. There was nothing that I did not do.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Did he have chemo or radiation?
He had a form of chemo, which is called BCG. It's an injection.
I know.
I
know what cancer is. I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
Emotionally, as a partner and a spouse, I was emotionally neglected. And financially, funds began to be withheld from me that would have normally never been an issue.
God almighty. Okay. He was being injected with poison. He was going through quite a bit. So you know what? He's allowed to go through some. Was he on prednisone also?
No.
Okay. Was he on any kind of steroid?
No, he refused.
But he still injected in poison. You have to work? Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I
chose. No, you didn't have
to.
No. You chose, but you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. He was the money. He was the money. See, he actually saved you from yourself. And then when he got sick, are you a Christian?
No.
Where'd you get married?
We got married at a courthouse.
And what vows did you use?
Sickness and in health. So that goes by the general vows. The general vows.
From the Bible.
If that's where they get them from, then yeah.
Well, you know where they get them from. You're a married woman. And you said them. And then when he got sick, you bailed.
No, I did not. But I hear what you're saying.
No, you did. You just don't want to hear it that way. Why'd y'all divorce?
I know a lot of women don't like Kevin Samuels because of that clip that he made when he told that woman she was average at best. And of course, other things that he's done. Yes, he wasn't perfect, and I did not always like his style with some of the women on there. Most of the women, if most of you have seen the thing, most of them was disrespectful out the gate. So I guess once he had that reputation, they would come on the show to purposely try to argue with him. But that's a clear example right there. Like, why are we even saying those vows? As a man, I always looked at as marriage as death do you part. So no matter if she ended up in the wheelchair, no matter what happened with her, I would try to work it out. Maybe in the first 2 to 3, maybe 4 years, maybe she felt like that. Later on, no. And of course, though, as I will say again, of course, if the person is totally mistreating you, you should be able to leave. But it was plenty of times I was not happy, and I should have been able to just jump ship. And of course, though, I could have. But as a man, for some reason, you feel bad. Like, oh, okay, well, y'all moved all the way to another state, and now you're going to leave her now? For me, it felt not the right time to do it. Truthfully, because she was in entertainment. If she had made it with like music and stuff, because of the stuff that I was already dealing with, I knew it was going to escalate. I was on leave. I did not want her money. I wanted peace. Not to say, once again, don't get this wrong. It's not like she was the worst individual. It's just that with some things she was really bad at. Other ways she compensated for either being generous, loyal in the ways that I say that she was loyal, but of course I know she had her gripes with me. So we both, either one of us could have blew this up earlier in the game, but for whatever reason we decided to try to make it work until it didn't. As I will always say, with women, especially when she has kids, it's easier for her just to leave then because she's leaving with something. She's leaving with something. Or even if she stays, she doesn't have to respect that man or be good to that man anymore. This is a lot of times why women will say that men stop taking them out. I will see women stop either going to the gym, being healthy, making him dinner, doing those things that she did earlier in the relationship. She totally stops doing. What happens first? Is it the fact that he stopped taking her out, or is it the fact that she stopped doing certain things too? That's why I think it always boils down to. I think one person started doing something, stopped doing something, then the other person stopped doing something. Or either at the same time, they both felt too comfortable in the relationship. So even though I guess I'm silly, I believe in love, but I just don't believe that it can last. With marriage, it's supposed to last forever, or at least until one of you go into the dirt. But because women are really paid to leave when they want to leave, since they figured that part of the game out, I don't think, until they change laws and stuff like that, which I don't know how you could make it like even or something, because I don't want to be like an asshole and say like men should take the kid from the mom. I really think that's like a really underhanded, dirty thing to do. But however, though, maybe I'm being too nice there. The women have no problem separating the child from the father. Anyway, I could go on and on about that. You guys give me a like, subscribe. I have plenty of other videos that you can look at, and not all of them are doom and gloom. It's just that this is what I kind of felt because it was raining outside. So this is what I did. Have a good day. God bless, and see my other videos.
It's kind of fucked up, isn't it? How all of a sudden someone just wakes up and decides to never talk to you again. No reason, no explanation, no words said. They just leave you hanging like you never meant shit to them. And what hurts the most is how they made it look so easy.